Hello and welcome to a brief introduction to safety tools. To open safety tools, just click on the icon and then you can come to the basic menu. Here on the top you can choose the company or what type of missions you fly, and that will give you then access to the respective checklists and threat tools. The threat tool is a flight risk assessment tool that is used to evaluate a risk before you actually go and fly. It's an approximation, so it's not clear-cut and in stone, and it also depends on the validity of the data that you enter into it. As you can see, it's very easy to actually enter the data. There's only a few information needed before you can actually go. To choose the departure time, just scroll on the wheels, the time of duration as well, and then finally persons on board. Now you're ready to go and ask the questions and answer the questions. Please go through each question and be honest. I think it's very important to have a concrete evaluation. If you are on your own, then basically fill that out for your own. If you have a flight instructor along with you, make a good guess on the conditions of both of you, and then also choose the type of flight. Try to identify the potential risks that are associated with that type of operation. Then of course the weather and the environment, and finally also the aircraft is important. On the bottom you can see that there's just the in-flight and also post-flight. This means once you have performed a risk evaluation, you can then go and mitigate that. This is what you see here, but you can also do that for in-flight and post-flight. The mitigation measures give you some options how to potentially reduce the risks. These are optional. You can follow them or not. But if you do choose that option, make sure that you actually implement it as well. After you've answered all the questions and all the mitigation measures that you'd like to do, then you will get a different evaluation, a new evaluation after the risk mitigating measures. You can always choose to cancel the flight or then go and fly, and then you can actually access your flight for in-flight for the next phase, and then finally post-flight. The other option that you have, functionality, is checklists. These are just basic checklists that are based on the manufacturer's recommendations and best practices. We will add those according to your needs. Please let us know if you'd like to have something special. The TST briefing is for aerial work operations. This is for a basic briefing if you fly with another person. This is required by law in Europe, so you have to make a briefing if you take a person along with you. First of all, you have the options to enter a phone number and see if that person has already been briefed. If yes, then it will show. If not, then you will have to commence a new briefing. It's actually quite easy to start a new briefing. It should only take a very short time to enter the basic data. That data is needed in order to positively identify a person. And also if that person should fly with another company that has the same functionality, the same tool, they will be able to find that person by entering the phone number. So the phone number is key. You need to enter the phone number, the country and the phone number to positively identify the person. Once you have completed all these points, then you will actually get to the list of questions and the briefing points that you need to do according to EASA, and that will help you to make sure that you do not forget anything. So once you've briefed all the points, you can then go and have the person sign the briefing. This is done with a finger on your iPhone. And once that is done, the briefing is completed and it's secured. The last point is the safety report part. There you can just add a very brief safety report. Basically, it means that you can choose the type of flight that you're in. With your finger, you can point to the location where that has happened, and that will then give you the exact coordinates. Make sure that you fill out the most important fields here. There's always the possibility for your safety manager to come back to you and ask you to fill in more details, but the fields in the red boxes should be filled anyway. That about concludes the possibilities of the safety tools. Thank you for listening and many happy landings.